Would I ever reconsider letting someone back into my life after they tried to disrupt my marriage? I never thought I would, yet here I am, having done just that. Let me explain. My mother-in-law, Madison, had never been particularly fond of me. It wasn't personal, she was simply overprotective of her son, Raymond. When her husband left her and Raymond was only 3, Madison became deeply attached to him, to the point of unhealthy dependence. Although Raymond recognized this dynamic, he still tried to keep her happy because, after all, she was his mother. Before I entered the picture, Madison had successfully driven away every woman Raymond dated, using extreme measures to ensure her son stayed solely focused on her. When I came along, her tactics didn't change. She did everything in her power to scare me off, but I refused to back down. I loved Raymond deeply, and he always stood by me. When we got engaged, Madison made a personal visit to plead with me to call off the wedding. I can't lose my only son, she said, he's all I have. I tried to empathize with her pain, but I stood firm. Raymond loves you and always will, I told her, but he loves me too, and we want to build a life together. Why are you trying to ruin his happiness? He will always cherish you, but he's not just yours anymore. Madison's response was chilling. She threatened to ruin me if I didn't end things with Raymond. I refused. In retaliation, she impersonated me to cancel our wedding plans and even tried to have me fired from my job. It was a breaking point for Raymond. Seeing her go to such lengths, he made the painful decision to cut her out of our lives. We had a small, intimate wedding instead and enjoyed 6 peaceful years without Madison's interference. During this time, we welcomed our wonderful son, Arthur. While our life was happy, I could see the pain of Madison's absence weighing on Raymond. His resolve began to waver. Eventually, Madison reached out, begging for forgiveness. She used a new number to contact Raymond and apologized profusely. Please, Denise, he pleaded with me, let's give her another chance. She's all alone, and I want Arthur to have a relationship with his grandmother. I understood his feelings. My own mother had passed away, and I wanted Arthur to experience the bond of having a grandmother. But Madison's betrayal had left deep scars, and I was hesitant. She seems remorseful, I admitted cautiously, but let's meet her first, without Arthur, and see if she's truly changed. We met with Madison, and her apologies seemed sincere. After much discussion, we cautiously allowed her back into our lives, starting with supervised visits with Arthur. Madison followed the rules, and though I could sense lingering resentment in her, she remained civil. Raymond was happy to have his mother back, and Arthur began to form a bond with her. For 3 years, everything seemed fine, until Madison requested a day alone with Arthur. I followed all your guidelines, she argued. Don't I deserve some trust? Raymond, eager to support his mother, agreed. Against my better judgment, I relented. When I went to pick Arthur up that evening, the house was locked, and neither Madison nor Arthur was there. Panic began to set in. I tried to stay calm, assuming they'd just gone to the park or out to eat. But as I called Madison repeatedly with no answer, dread began to creep in. Finally, she picked up. Her voice was unsettlingly cheerful. Oh, Denise, what a surprise. Madison, where are you? I'm here to pick up Arthur, but the house is locked, I said, trying to keep my voice steady. Wouldn't you like to know? She replied, her tone playful and evasive. Madison, this isn't funny. Tell me where you are. Arthur needs to come home now, I said, irritation seeping into my voice. No can do, Denise, she said with a sing-song tone. We're having too much fun to come back just yet. The playful tone in her voice set off alarm bells. Madison, stop playing games, I said, my patience wearing thin. Where's my son? Her voice dropped, chilling me to the bone. Do you really think you'll ever get him back? My heart sank. Millions of terrifying thoughts raced through my mind as her words echoed ominously. Trying to keep my composure, I began recording the call. Madison, this is serious. You need to bring Arthur back now. I'm not joking. And neither am I, she replied coldly. He's not coming back, ever. Her declaration froze me in place, my worst fears materializing. Panic surged through me, but I forced myself to stay calm. The stakes were too high to let fear take over. Madison, I said firmly, this isn't a game. Return my son, now. I'm not joking, Denise. I've already told you, you're not getting your son back, Madison taunted, her voice dripping with malice. Oh, how I wish I could see your face right now, she added with a cruel laugh. Please, Madison, don't do this. You're scaring me. This isn't okay, I begged, my voice trembling. I just need Arthur back. Tell me where you are, and I'll come get him. Her response was a chilling burst of laughter, the sound so unnatural it sent a shiver down my spine. My panic deepened as the reality of the situation set in. Part of me hoped it was all a cruel joke or some twisted game, but Madison's next words dashed any lingering hope. Are you scared, my dear daughter-in-law? Does it make you sad not being able to see your son because of me? How does it feel to have someone take your child away? Why are you saying these things, Madison? What do you mean? I asked, my voice barely steady. This is how I felt when you took my son from me, she spat, her voice filled with venom. It doesn't feel good to be the victim, does it, Denise? Madison, you're acting insane. You don't know what you're doing. Please, stop this madness, I pleaded, my voice rising in desperation. Her rant continued, unhinged and spiteful. You told me to stop seeing my son. You told me to leave, to cancel the wedding, but I didn't. And then you made him cut ties with me. Did you really think I'd let that go? Listening to her unravel was one of the most terrifying moments of my life. Every word dripped with hatred, and her fixation on revenge was undeniable. I paced back and forth on her driveway, my thoughts spiraling with fear for Arthur's safety. Madison, what you're doing is absurd. Raymond chose to go no contact. It wasn't just me, he made that decision because he loves me, and I love him. If you'd accepted our relationship, you could have still been a part of our lives, I argued, trying to reason with her. Stop your nonsense, Denise, my son doesn't need you. We were perfectly happy before you came along and ruined everything, she snapped. Madison, you're being delusional. Raymond wasn't going to stay single forever. Life changes, it's natural. You need to accept that we're happy together, I countered. I don't care if you're happy, I'm not, and that's what matters, she shot back. You took my son away, so I took yours. It's only fair. Her words struck me like a thunderclap. She had nursed this resentment for over a decade, waiting for the perfect moment to strike back. Tears welled up in my eyes at the thought of her harming my son. Trembling, I switched the phone to loudspeaker and messaged Raymond, detailing the situation while trying to keep Madison talking. Madison, this has to stop. If you're upset with me, fine, but leave Arthur out of this, I implored. Oh, please, I'll do whatever I want. You took my son, so taking yours is only fair, she said coldly. Think about Raymond. You love him, don't you? What you're doing now will only push him further away. He'll resent you for this, I said, hoping to appeal to her maternal instincts. Raymond will come around, he always does, she sneered. Soon it'll be just him, me, and my grandson. We'll be happy without you. You're wrong, Madison. Raymond will never forgive you for this. He's already left his office and is trying to find you, I said firmly, hoping to unnerve her. It won't do him any good. He won't find me or Arthur. I'll tell him where we are once he realizes he made a mistake marrying you, she mocked. Her chilling confidence only fueled my determination. I was done playing her games. I've had enough. Madison, tell me where you are, or I swear I'll call the police, I shouted, my voice trembling with fury and fear. Madison's laughter cut through the phone like a jagged knife, her tone eerily calm and calculated. Go ahead, Denise, call the cops. It won't do you any good, she taunted, her words chilling me to the bone. What do you mean? What have you done with Arthur? I demanded, my voice breaking as panic surged through me. My heart pounded wildly as I stood in her driveway, desperate for answers. I'm not even in your state anymore, Denise, Madison revealed coldly. By the time the cops figure out where we are, we'll already be gone. Her words hit me like a sledgehammer, and I struggled to steady my breathing. You're sick, Madison, you need help. This is psychotic. Her response was venomous, laced with deranged confidence. It's only a matter of time before Raymond comes back to me. Arthur loves me too. We'll be a happy family, without you. You took my son away, Denise, now I'm taking yours. Her twisted logic left me reeling. I gripped the phone tightly, my mind racing with fear for my son. Meanwhile, Raymond was at the police station, filing a report and alerting authorities. I stayed on the call, trying desperately to extract more information. Then, through the phone, I heard a sudden banging noise, followed by Arthur's voice, muffled but unmistakable. Relief and dread washed over me simultaneously. What's going on, Arthur? Why have you locked yourself in the bathroom? Madison's voice snapped, her frustration barely contained. I know what you're trying to do, Grandma, Arthur shouted, defiant and brave. You lied. You said my parents wanted to surprise me, but I heard you on the phone saying you won't take me back to them. His words struck like lightning. My son had seen through her lies and was fighting back. Don't be so dramatic, Arthur, Madison coaxed, her voice dripping with manipulation. We're just having fun. Your dad will be here soon. And then the three of us can live happily without your mom. Hearing Arthur's resistance gave me a glimmer of hope. He was okay. He was fighting. My rage boiled over, and I shouted into the phone, my voice trembling with maternal determination. Arthur, Mommy is here. I promise you, your dad and I will get you out of this. Be brave for me. Madison scoffed. There's no use, Denise. You're making promises you can't keep. But her words didn't matter. My focus was solely on my son. Arthur, listen to me. You're so brave, and we're coming for you, I said, pouring every ounce of reassurance into my voice. Then, to my astonishment, Arthur's voice came through, calm and composed. Mom, don't worry, I'm okay. I called the police on the hotel's landline, just like you taught me. They're already on their way. A wave of relief crashed over me, and my knees nearly gave out. My son had remembered the safety lessons we'd practiced. Despite his love for his grandmother, he had recognized the danger and acted wisely. What did you do, you little devil? Madison shrieked, her panic evident. You called the cops on me? He knows what to do when someone's unsafe. Madison, I snapped, my confidence returning. Your game is over. Madison's desperation flared. I can still take him away. Denise, he's still with me, and you don't even know where we are. Arthur's voice cut in again, firm and defiant. There's no point, Grandma. The 911 operator says the police are already at the hotel. You can't get me out before they come. Mom, we're in Salt Lake City, Utah. Come and get me. His revelation hit me like a jolt. Madison had taken my son 3 states away, making it nearly impossible to find him without his bravery. You brought me here, Arthur, and it was a mistake, Madison snarled, her voice bitter. You're just like your mother, wicked. But her words no longer mattered. Arthur's courage had turned the tide, and help was already on the way. I was galvanized by the knowledge that help was close at hand, and my son had done everything in his power to ensure his rescue. Madison's audacity left me seething, but my focus remained on reuniting with Arthur and ensuring his safety. After the chilling revelations from Madison, I knew rushing headlong wouldn't resolve the situation. Madison, defiant and delusional, still believed she could manipulate her way out of anything. Your son won't support your insane actions, Madison. He's at the police station right now, reporting you, I told her firmly. No, he wouldn't do that to me. Raymond wouldn't betray his mother, she responded, disbelief lacing her voice. Why don't you ask him then? I replied, I'm already at the police station. At that moment, Raymond arrived. He had been at the station just a few blocks away, working with the police while I kept Madison distracted. His face was a mix of anger and worry, and I handed him the phone as he approached. Mom, what have you done? Raymond's voice trembled with restrained fury. How dare you kidnap my son and expect me to support this? How could you stoop so low? Madison's face hardened with defensive indignation. Why are you so angry with me, Raymond? I just wanted my son back. I wanted you back. I didn't hurt Arthur. I only wanted to teach your wicked wife a lesson. Don't you dare insult my wife or justify your actions. Mom, Raymond retorted sharply, you're the one in the wrong here. After what you've done today, I regret ever letting you back into our lives. How could you say that to me? Madison's voice cracked, oscillating between anger and desperation. I'm your mother. I should come first in your life. Your wife has poisoned you against me. That's enough. Raymond's voice was resolute. The fact that you refuse to take responsibility says it all. I've already filed a police report, and I will be pressing charges. You're going to jail, Mom. Madison's eyes widened in disbelief. You want me to go to jail? Absolutely. You'll pay for what you've done. You're never getting forgiveness. We'll file a restraining order. And you're dead to me. Stay out of our lives forever. Raymond's unflinching stance was both heartbreaking and inspiring. The bond that might have been salvaged was irreparably shattered by Madison's actions. His determination to protect our family and seek justice was unwavering, despite the pain it caused him. Madison's defiance dissolved into desperation when the police arrived at her hotel room. She cried and pleaded, begging us to intervene on her behalf, promising she'd never repeat her mistakes. But it was too late for mercy. Raymond and I embraced, tears flowing as the police took her into custody. Arthur, taken to the station for safety, was finally back in our arms later that evening. The reunion was filled with tears and reassurances. We vowed never to let him out of our sight again and praised his bravery throughout the ordeal. Madison, having spent most of her money on impulsive actions, couldn't post bail. When we informed the family of her deeds, they were appalled and severed ties with her. Alone and abandoned, Madison faced the full weight of her consequences. In court, Madison appeared remorseful, perhaps finally grasping the enormity of her actions. However, her regret came too late. The judge, unmoved, sentenced her to 6 years in prison after a psychological evaluation confirmed her actions stemmed from malice, not madness. With the restraining orders in place, Raymond and I felt a profound sense of relief. Arthur began therapy to process the trauma and, thankfully, remained the bright, joyful child we knew. Back home, free from Madison's toxic influence, we could finally rebuild our lives and cherish every moment together without fear or manipulation.